I'm Anthea Black, and the title of my piece is Calling All Next Generation Mind Influencers, Are You Seriously Ready to F with Public Decency? And it's a limited edition poster project for the Museum of Contemporary Craft and the City of Portland. For the last 5 years, I've been working on this project that I've called Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places. It's a limited edition postering project for public spaces, and I collaborate with other queer artists to design and produce and disseminate posters into public spaces. So it's been running for about 5 years, and this is the spring 2010 edition is produced directly here in Portland. The postering project really came out of my roots as a queer person and as a woman in Alberta, which is pretty notorious in Canada for having a conservative, very conservative spin on how things are. And at the time when I started the project, there was also extreme economic boom and gentrification happening in my city. So I think the combination of those two factors made me think of some public gestures that I could make that would raise the level of dialogue as a gesture of, putting up a poster in a public space. My intention is to sort of disrupt the kind of things that you might see in public spaces as they are, which could be advertising or gig posters or other kinds of political posters, or to kind of start that dialogue where there might not necessarily be much of a visual texture in the city. The collaborative process really works throughout my whole practice and throughout the whole project. At the beginning of the project, I commissioned a Canadian artist to design an alphabet. So her name is Anthea, and she works a lot with textiles in her work and with cross stitch in her work. She designed an entire alphabet that was based on that pattern, and then I used the alphabet to design a poster that we're producing with Christy's class. So he has 10 students in the intermediate screen printing class, and we're working together to print the posters. The way I want to engage with Portland is also through the lens of this show and what a gesture of resistance could mean, and how printmaking has been used as a political tool, and how I can engage youth and students in that dialogue. How I can engage youth and students in that dialogue about what it means to be a political artist, what it means to make a public statement about a social or political issue, and how as young artists they can do that, and how they might look to their practices as they're developing as a tool for social change or political change. And in some ways, the flip side of that is also my ambivalence around whether craft can change the world or whether craft has the ability to raise that kind of comment. So I think it sits somewhere in between. Pardon? Yeah, this is going to turn into a wallpaper for the space, and it's also going to be used in some way as the cover of the publication that is coming out about the show. That's the plan.